I'm incredibly thankful for every lesson learned throughout my debate experience at SVUDL. There are the obvious skills I've sharpened: confidence in public speaking, critical thinking, and researching complex topics, to name a few. But I'm here to speak on the not so obvious skills that have had the biggest impact on my life outside of the classroom. At the end of the day, urban debate leagues were created to provide underprivileged students a platform to discover the power of their voice, and that has been especially true in my situation. Debate helped me to change my future by building the skills necessary to advocate for the needs of myself and my community. However, my debate story doesn't begin with the first tournament. It really begins growing up poor in Silicon Valley. To outsiders, that might sound like an oxymoron. After all, the region does conjure images of a wealthy, high-tech utopia. But to my community, that utopia is a fiction. The people in my community don't work for tech companies. My neighbors don't sleep in luxury condos. They sleep under the overpass and in the RVs parked next to the Walmart. While low-income folks try to enjoy the fruits of gentrification, we are all keenly aware that the renovated parks and bike lanes were not built for us. I wasn't the only one to recognize the massive economic divide in our region. My mom modeled how to navigate the wealth gap in the Bay Area. Neither of my parents attended college, and a GED does not get you far. So, from a young age, I always pushed myself to do well in school. When I had to say goodbye to my friends because their family's rent got too high, or my dad lost his job for the third time, I kept myself motivated with the dream of college. But I quickly realized that this dream was not so easily achieved. Even if I could defy statistics and get to university, my chances of graduating with a degree were slim. I didn't really understand what it meant to leave my community and compete academically with folks with unimaginable wealth and privilege. This issue does not only apply to the college experience, but to the debate experience as well. Before joining debate, I knew from the start that it was made for rich white boys. But I love to write and argue and research, so I joined anyway. I fell in love with the activity almost immediately. And as I attended more and more national tournaments, I saw firsthand proof that the debate space was not made for people like me. While women of color are more likely to participate in urban debate leagues, we're not exactly common in debate at the national level. I sometimes feel like an intruder at national tournaments, especially when I talk about issues like race, class, and gender. In many ways, it mirrors how I feel living in the Silicon Valley, unwelcome in my own city, a nuisance to wealthy residents. Those negative experiences have been just as valuable to me as the victories, if not more so. Through debate, I've learned how to navigate structures that were not created for me. Every time my partner and I endure casual racism and classism in rounds, I have two choices. I can give up, or I can keep demanding a seat at the table. So far, I have always chosen the latter. I made this decision to advocate for myself and my community outside of debate as well. I became involved with the advocacy group Serve the People San Jose after learning about the expansion efforts of a Google headquarters in downtown San Jose, exacerbating the housing crisis. I vividly remember the looks on the faces of angry politicians when we spoke up about the wrong priorities of the deal, putting market rate development over the needs of renters. Although the deal ultimately passed, it felt good not to stay silent. Although at times wealthy corporations win at the local level, I liked being able to enter that space and make the needs of my community known, putting to work the skills I learned in debate. And when I look at my future, I know I will have to make the same choice to speak my truth in college. I will share classrooms with people of drastically different backgrounds. The majority of my peers will likely be white and wealthy, but debate has prepared me for this experience, and I feel much more confident facing the cultural differences that awaits. Thank you.